Welcome back to another, G2K jaw jacking time, and a little bit of late night kind of series. Want to go over a few different things with you guys. Yeah, it's in frame. Yeah, somewhat in frame. I can drop it down a little bit for you guys. Drop it down a little bit. There. Yeah, that'll work out. Yeah, so just want to talk with you guys. So I had a lot of comments on the last video as far as catching the two fisher, and a lot of people are saying, I shouldn't be running conibears after the fisher season and everything else. And by the way, I had the girlfriend run up, get a little sidetracked, but I had the girlfriend run up, grab some spray, because I know like Andrew up in the Northwest Territory, he sprays his furs down, and the fleas give me the EBGBs, big time. So I'm like, you know what, I can't deal with this crap anymore. So I said, told the girlfriend, said, can you run up and when you're grabbing stuff, can you pick me up a can of some flea spray? And she did, and it worked like phenomenal. She sprayed it on there, and it doesn't sting the pelt, does nothing. As soon as I sprayed it, killed the fleas, dead. So that was a good deal, because now I'm not getting EBGBs. But anyways, what I'm saying earlier is I've been getting a lot of kickback from running my last video as far as the fishers. And I've had, I get people from all over the place that comment on my videos. It's anywhere from I shouldn't be doing what I'm doing to, hey, good job on the trap line. And the ones that kind of stick out in my mind are, I got guys saying, hey, don't be, well, one guy flat out was rude and said, you know darn well that there were fishers in that area. Just to let you guys know, no, because when I set up my line, there was no fisher tracks, like none. So it's like any YouTuber. You deal with just arrogant people that just throw out stuff without even, it's weird. It is, it's honestly weird. So yeah, I went and caught those fishers and notified the game warden. The game warden actually showed up today, took the fishers, and then the game warden came into my garage, noticed that I had carcasses laying on the ground, and she goes, yeah, I'm just checking stuff out and whatnot. I said, well, yeah, those are fisher carcasses. Well, then she searched my freezer. I had nothing to hide. She went in there and searched it. They're all registered. They had the tags on them. No harm, no foul. She took those two fishers, and that was that. I explained to her, I said, hey, I'm running cubby boxes, and that's what leads me to my whole next thing is, guys are like, oh, they shouldn't be, having that, once you Once you're done trapping Fisher and Pine Martin, you should be able to run footholds. You know what? Honestly, I would rather run snares. Honest to God, I would run snares. If and only if they had the same check time as conibears. And I know there's going to be people commenting that everybody knows. Conibear, if you're running 220 cubbies, it's once every 72 hours, once every 3 days. You have to check your conibears. If they did the same thing with snares, because snares is essentially a kill set, I would. 100% I would. Because cats are more prone to going through a snare than a 220 cubby box. But with the time that I have with a family and errands and everything else that I have to do, because I have 2 kids that are from the age of 5 to 2, right? So I only have so much time. I do. It takes me 3 hours roughly, it's not about 2.5 hours to run my trap line. I don't want to do that every day. I don't, I'm being honest. I do not want to do that every single day. I don't. I'm not a bachelor, living a single life, no kids, no nothing. No. I don't have that time. If people are whining and complaining on, seriously, I've had so much kickback on the last video, it's ridiculous. And my thing is, if they would change the snare law, because a snare is essentially a kill set, 100% I would run snares. I would set them up, and I would probably not catch any fishers. I wouldn't. But I got guys commenting, going, well, yeah, you shouldn't be running those kind of sets. Well, I am because one, they are productive. They are a bobcat set. They are. They're set up for bobcats. And I had one gal on the YouTube channel. It's kind of comical. I mean, really. She goes, yeah, you sound like you're doing like some kind of a criminal activity. She didn't word it that way, but she goes, you're making it sound like you did a crime. I didn't do a crime. And I told her that. I didn't do a crime. I notified the game warden, hey, I caught a fisher. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Because the thing is with the YouTube is you get people from everywhere. And I like it. I really do. I get a lot of positive feedback, and they get a lot of negative feedback. I had a guy from Montana, and New Brunswick. There was 2 of them. But the guy from Montana goes, yeah, we're not allowed to trap. Oh my gosh, this loop is not big enough. We're not allowed to trap with conibears because of the lynx in Montana. I said, same thing in Minnesota. Same thing. We are allowed in Minnesota, in the lynx area, but it's super restrictive. There's a lot more regulations, and I told that guy, I said, I'm not in the lynx area. I'm not. And we do have special regs in Minnesota, so the lynx are more protected in those areas. And it's mainly the northeastern section of Minnesota. You know, Minnesota is doing a pretty decent job. The only thing, like I've told people over and over, is changing the regs on snares. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. You know, people are upset because, not everybody, but a select group of people are upset because I'm running bobcat cubbies. And I'm not the only guy in Minnesota. There's a number of guys, especially if it's out of their way and they have to travel a distance. You bet any kind of money that they are running cubbies. It makes sense. It's my gas, it's my time, and everything else. I'm not gonna run every single freaking day for what? Maybe 2 weeks when that cat circles back around to check out my sets. I'm not doing that. I'm not. It doesn't make any sense. No sense at all. Period. None. You know, and there's veterans on my channel, and there's beginners on my channel, and I've been doing this for 20 years, guys. 20 years. This ain't my first rodeo. Now, it's not. And it's absolutely, I don't know. The only thing that bothers me is the belligerence of trappers, because they're stuck to their ways and where they're at. I had one guy comment, well, I've never caught a fisher. You know, in the 30 years I've been doing it, I've never caught a fisher. I travel on the, small creeks, river systems, the small river systems and everything else. It's like, yeah, everywhere, every location in Minnesota is not the same. Yeah, if I could target them, if I had thousands of acres of non-tax supported land, yeah, I'd be right there with you, bud. That's what I'd be hitting. But you got to remember, Minnesota is different the whole way through. And not everybody's going to trap the same. Because what you're doing isn't going to work for what somebody else is doing. Good example is, look at any Canadian video that's out there. I just watched one today. Just watched one today. A guy he's out trapping wolves, right? Super good guy, super knowledgeable guy. And he's out trapping wolves. Guess what happens in a wolf snare? He caught not a spike, it was a fork-horn buck. A fork-horn buck. It happens. It happens. And the guys that are on my channel saying, I've never caught a non-target animal. Bull. That's all I'm gonna say is bull. And you know what? When people are commenting that stuff, you know what I said? I said, okay, if I cut my otters, or I didn't say that, should I not trap otters while I'm beaver trapping them? That's why I left it. And the guy commented, well, they changed the season. Yeah, they did. They changed the season this year So the otter coincides with the beaver season. But let's just say this winter, I tag out on otters. Does that mean I should not beaver trap? Because they share the same area, right? Same thing with bobcats and fisher. They share the same freaking area. So don't give me that bull crap on I should only be running footholds. Okay, well then you can run my freaking line every single freaking day. I'm not doing that. I'm not. Maybe instead of fighting me, you should fight the state and write a letter in and state that they should change the snare law. Whoa! Whoa! Now I'm making sense. Yeah, this is a late night special, ladies and gentlemen. Because people are pissing me off and they cannot open their eyes. It's complete freaking BS. Complete freaking BS. Yeah. Oh, I've had it this week. I've had it. I've honestly, I've just about freaking had it. It's freaking believable. Believable. Oh, I need to calm down. But at the end of the day, you know, we should all stick together as travelers. I guess that's what long story short is. Everybody is in different areas. Not every area in Minnesota is the same. And do I get a little ramped up? Yeah. It's not, excuse me, I'm a little focused on here. It should be changed. I'm 100% there with you guys. You know, to hit non-target animals, yeah. Do I want to? No, I don't. Did I feel bad on catching those 2 fishers out of season? Yeah, I did. Honestly, I didn't take any pride. The state took them. You know, and the lady, I don't know where she's probably from freaking Minneapolis. I don't know where she's from. And commented, oh, it sounds like you're a criminal. I'm not a criminal. I'm not. I did everything by the book. She came here. The game warden came here, took him. It wasn't a crime. So my biggest thing, you know, looking at it is they need to start changing some laws. You know, and what sucks is if we don't stick together as trappers, you know, being part of the Minnesota Trappers Association, we're going to lose it all. If all we're going to do is bicker and fight each other, we're not doing ourselves any good. We're not. Because we have a better thing to fight, and as far as the antis. And I've said this many, many times on my channel, is we're stronger together. We need to work together. Yeah, if you guys don't want me using conibears in the field, I'm 100% for it. Then change other laws. Seriously, change other laws. You know what I mean? It's that simple. Don't come at me like treating me like I'm some kind of outlaw, because I'm not. Clearly, because the game warden just showed up here and took the fishers. She literally took the fishers, and that was it. I told her I am bobcat trapping. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Because it's the law. Literally, I'm doing, like I said in the video, I'm doing everything by the book. And the only reason I'm doing so much bickering right now is because so much kickback on my last freaking video. It's absolutely freaking ridiculous. It is. It's actually sickening. Ain't sickening enough to give up, I can tell you that. So I think it's people that are not knowing the laws, one. Two, are stuck in their area and they don't think what I'm doing is right. But guess what? Not every area or location in Minnesota is the same. It's not. So it's unreal. It's unreal. That actually went really smooth. I'm surprised a little bit of that last tailbone ripped out for how smooth it went. But no, I just, like I said before, the main thing of this whole YouTube channel is, and by the way, I'm still not getting paid, is to educate people. It's the whole, there's a last of the tailbone, little guy. To help somebody out. Because I did not get that growing up. I didn't. Pretty much no mentors other than an old timer wanted to help me out. And fur wasn't even that high then. But yeah, I know, I get worked up over the whole ordeal. I do, because I care. If I didn't care, I wouldn't even post any of this. Wouldn't. I wouldn't show you guys anything. Nothing. On any of the insights, how I feel, nothing. I'm posting this mainly because I care. I gotta speed this up. I'm already at 23 minutes. This coon's cold. But yeah, really start pulling here. Takes me back to my coonhound days. When I used to run coonhound. Holy crap, this thing's cold. But gosh, they're so greasy. If this thing was warm, I'd already be done. But anywho, no, on a better subject, I guess, other than me complaining about the last video, is went over to turn in my weasel, and if you guys don't know, I go to Dewey's Taxidermy. He's got the mink and the weasel that I caught. Super nice guy, down to earth. I've actually done a trapping class with him, and I highly recommend, you know, if you want anything tanned or mounted, going to him. You know, he's always treated me with respect and kindness. So, yeah. I'm sorry if I'm a little too forward at times with you. Bring you guys in a little bit here. Sorry if I'm a little too forward. Maybe too emotional with you guys. I try not to be. But when I got people saying certain stuff on my YouTube, it sucks. Maybe I take some of it way too much to heart, and I probably shouldn't. Gosh dang it. And I don't know, maybe just I need to get more used to it. You know, it's not as bad as what it used to be. I've dealt with a lot of anti people, and they're 10 times worse. They don't have a single clue. At least when I deal with trappers, they already have a clue, you know, of what all this entails. It's just when I get trappers talking about stuck in their area and their ways, you know, especially when guys, I think it's just arrogance, saying, you know, you knew you're gonna get fishers. No, I didn't. When I set my line up, like I said before, there was zero fisher tracks. Zero. And I set it up. You know, I think it's, honestly what I think it is guys that didn't get fishers. They think like I'm this, like, fisher, I don't know, like whisperer. I'm not. I have not tried for fishers this season at all. My whole thing was bobcats. And here I am skinning on a raccoon. Oh, should I not set my line up because I'm getting coon now too? Like, come on, seriously? It's ridiculous. It's the same thing as, should I not, like I said before, should I not trap beaver? Because I might catch an otter? Even though they changed the season, if I'm tagged out, should I not catch spring beaver? If I caught them this winter? Seriously, it's a legitimate question. I mean, really? Should I not? It's absolutely ridiculous in my book. It is. And the only thing that's going to change that, like I said earlier, is if you're part of the Minnesota Trappers Association, is vote for the snare law. Change the snare law. Because snares, it's the most ridiculous thing, is a kill set. It is. Snare is a kill set. Yeah, can you catch them by the hips? Yeah, it's possible. Can you catch something by the hips in a 330 or 220? Yeah, 100% is possible. Without a question. Explain to me the difference. I'll listen to you. I'm fired up. Guys, I am truly fired up because of the ridiculousness from the whole deal. And you think this is just a jaw jacking series. This is how I feel. But if you think I'm lying or if I'm full of crap, then ask yourself. Seriously, ask yourself. What is the difference? Answer, there isn't. That's a secret. Oh. But it's good fun. You know, I love having this YouTube channel. I love talking to you guys. I know most of the people listening are not that way. I get that. But when I get those select individuals that, like I said, either set in their ways or don't have a single clue and they still want to comment, it pisses me off. It truly does. Because right now, the way the law stands, I am not checking traps every freaking day. And I know there's guys going, well, then you shouldn't trap. No. I'm going to go off of what the law states. And I'm going to take what suits me and my family. Plain and simple. Plain and freaking simple. Because if you look at the Canadian rules and what those guys do up north, they have way more leniency than what we have. By far. By freaking far. So guess what? I'm going to keep trapping and I'm going to keep following the law. Until they change the law. Which is what I was just telling you earlier. About the whole snare issue. So, don't give me that whole crap on that I shouldn't trap. Because I know that's going to be a comment. Well, then you shouldn't trap. No. Because I'm going to keep trapping. So, yeah. That's the late night special, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, it's... I really hope people are out there trapping, and you know, I talk to guys right now that are out cat trapping, and it's tough. Right now, we don't have any snow cats or doing whatever the hell cats want to do. They're not wanting to commit to cubbies. I had, I think, one cat come up, and they're just not wanting to. We don't have the cold, we don't have the snow. It's super mild. They're not super hungry. It's tough right now. So hence why I'm skinning a freaking coon end of December. Right now I should not be skinning a coon. Should not be doing it. Honest to God, I should not be skinning this coon right now. But the coons are out because it's 30 freaking degrees outside. It's ridiculous. It is. The temps aren't coming down. Now, if you guys are watching this, I'm going to cut this bottom lip off. If you're ever wondering, if you're watching this, cut the bottom lip off. You don't need it to sell the fur. You're just wasting your time. And really anything about the ears you don't need for the fur trade. But you still have to skin it out to put it on the board and board it. But there she is, she's done. she's done. What is it? Yeah, about time to end this video. Usually I try to do about a half an hour. That's it, guys. She's all done up, skun out. No fleas, because I sprayed her. But hopefully I didn't jaw jack too much. Good luck out trapping, guys. Take care. And a happy new year.